Does anybody remember AlphaRookie? Does anybody really remember AlphaRookie? Like, besides me and Kyle? I think a couple of you guys do. Actually, I know a lot of you guys do. It's been, I popped back in there and checked out comments like a couple months ago, and it was awesome to see, like, all of these people still watching our videos, still getting in arguments, still saying terrible things, saying nice things. You know, me and Kyle, we've been talking about coming back together and doing more AlphaRookie content for a while now. Just to keep things real short. The big things here really are, like, Kyle has a lot going on with his house and his family, but he's finally getting to a point where he can kind of get back into the production chair. And if you didn't know, I took over a comic book store. So literally that's my job, and it's hard. It is. I don't just sit around and read comic books. And I've been doing that now for over 3 years. So all of those things kind of needed to fit together in some kind of an alignment for us to do stuff together. But, you know, we're friends, we miss each other, and we enjoy doing these things. And it's fun to get feedback from you guys and stuff. So anyway, we're gonna take it slow. We're gonna start with we're gonna slowly work our way in. Well, I will say this. So when I say that I'm busy, I mean it. I haven't turned into some prima donna person or whatever. Like, I work a lot. I work every day. And so I will say that some of you, and God bless you, and I love doing that stuff, that really in-depth, very heavily scripted kind of essay style analysis things. I'm not saying we'll never get there or do something along those lines, but that is not what I have time to do right now. So what you can expect, and at least what Kyle and I have talked about so far, I made it very clear. I'm just honest, you know. That's the best policy. It's the easiest thing to do, is just be honest. I told him, and I'm telling you guys, as long as whatever I'm doing in front of the camera for AlphaRookie is something that I can quite capitalistically, is that a word? I'm going to use it, use to support my business, then I'm all about it. Because then the time that I'm putting into it is actually, as far as I'm concerned, marketing. But if Kyle wants to do another Twin Peaks video, I love Twin Peaks, and if he just wants me to get in front of a camera and riff or talk about it, do a podcast or something like that, but I ain't doing no editing or, you know, like a lot of heavy lifting on a Twin Peaks video. Kyle can if he wants to. Speaking of which, so Kyle's interested in doing some stuff of his own. I'm really excited about that too, because I don't feel like we got enough of that before, so I hope that that's true. He's been talking about doing some kung fu stuff, martial arts movies, things like that. And my stuff is probably going to be more
martial arts movies. Shout out Food for Thought.
Yeah, I still look at Twitter sometimes. Yeah, Food for Thought. And my stuff's going to be more comic book focused, but that doesn't mean that we won't do other things. Like, there's no reason for us to not continue doing the horror podcast. I love that. It's funny, I was telling somebody at work, you know, how time consuming the stuff was, but I meant more like the heavily edited videos, and they're like, oh yeah, like watching all those movies. I'm like, no, that's fun. That's a vacation. I get to turn my brain off and go home and watch movies, and then I get to just hang out with Kyle and talk about them. Those are actually fine. So I hope we'll do more of that. There's a few big ones that I've held back, even though I've still watched a shit ton of horror movies. I still have abstained from watching the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I've abstained from Halloween, by and large, because I want to watch them with this guy. So stuff like that, it's still coming down the road. But
Aliens and Predator stuff.
Yeah, it was still Aliens and Predator stuff. All the things that I love, you love. There's plenty of new things to talk about. Marvel's taken over both the Alien and the Predator license since the last time you and I hung out. They've already done their first crossover. I can't believe it took them this long, but they did a Wolverine versus Predator, which is kind of like, duh. Like, how do they not do that like right away? You know what they haven't done yet? They haven't done Stormtroopers versus like Alien Hive. What are you doing? Like, I mean, this stuff it's right there, right for the picking. Because Marvel also has the Star Wars license and the Alien license and the Predator license. But Hellboy stuff, BPRD, I know everybody really loves the Hellboy Where Stories, Good Stories End video, and it's very flattering. I'm really proud of that stuff. And people are like, okay, now do that for BPRD. Well, B period is a lot longer than Hellboy is. B, I explained it's going to be tough with time and everything like that, but we'll do something. I want to talk about it a lot. The comments that were the most obnoxious when I was going back through and kind of like looking at comments the first time in like years, where there was a lot of like me doing a video and talking about like the end of Hellboy's story, blah blah blah, and then people were like, "Oh, what a jerk! Too bad they did this and that." And they're just like, well, it's like A, look when the video actually got published. B, when those comic books got published, what I'm actually saying in the video. I think actually it's pretty airtight. But I want to come in and address some of that stuff, like where we can do a small kind of truncated thing in terms of like what's going on with those comics, where did they go, what is the current state of them. Mike Mignola is supposedly writing and drawing a brand new thing that has nothing to do with Hellboy. I'm really excited about that. But yeah,
comic book commentaries.
We only got to barely do that a little bit towards the end before we stopped. Now the internet's like kind of full of them. I when we were first doing this, it was kind of like us just like finding like these little weird niche things to talk about. Not that we're some trailblazers or anything, but you know what? Like I go on there now and then I start seeing these videos and the way they're titled, and I'm like, well, I did that first. But now there's several people that want to get into it, and that's fine. The more the merrier. But comic book commentaries was cool. That was kind of a thing that we figured out where I could really just like, almost like in real time, just like, you know, like a movie commentary. Like you can see the artwork and I can see the artwork and talk about it to you, point things out, you know, and just tell you like why I think it's so good. Industry news, just I'm living it. It's my literal day thing, you know. My world is topsy. I will tell you guys as much as you want to know about it. If you're, but even in the store I do that, you know. Like before I know it, it's like 15 minutes, and I've been telling somebody about like how distribution works in the comic book industry, or why actually probably one of the hardest things about it is that we can't return any of our merchandise. Like most other retail markets, like the stuff that you get, if you don't sell it, you send it back. Not us, where you get stuck with everything, and that kind of dictates all the huge ramifications for the entire industry that I work in. So if that stuff's boring to you, then we'll do something else. But if you guys are actually interested, I'll tell you, you can pick my brain to the very last thing. I love talking about this stuff, and I love talking, obviously. That hasn't changed.
The store?
The store's, what, called? Bitch, right? I'm marketing, bitch. Pulp Fiction is the name of the store. It's in Long Beach, California. Come and visit me. I'm there most.
Pulp Fiction comics and books, or just?
It's just I don't know yet. Right now, my branding is just kind of like Pulp Fiction Long Beach, because we have the Pulp Fiction in Culver City. That's a whole other story. But for now, yeah, Pulp Fiction comic books in Long Beach, sure. Pulp Fiction comics in Long Beach. Pulp Fiction in Long Beach. That's it. You Google Pulp Fiction in Long Beach, and the very first thing that's going to come up.
A website?
You can find my store at pulpfictionlongbeach.com, or you can follow us on Instagram. Very lot of activity on Instagram. Just Pulp Fiction Long Beach is our handle there. Twitter, and what else? Facebook. I hate Facebook. I hate it. And I haven't gotten onto like TikTok or any. I should. That's and whatever the new Threads. I don't even know what that is yet. Blue Sky. Okay, I got to figure it out. But yeah, I've actually met some of you, and it's just been really cool. Just this week, actually, I had somebody come in. Shout out to Liam. He was watching this. He came in. We chatted up Hellboy comics and stuff, and he was like, "Yeah, I don't know. You guys like posted a picture, and you guys are teasing. So what's going on? You guys doing something?" So like the answer is kind of, maybe, sorta, closer than last year. Yeah, I mean, I got a camera in front of me. I got a boom mic, right above me. Sure, close enough. Lights, camera, action. So dumb.
So yeah, everything Ryan just said, but like more. So basically, let us know what you guys want to see. Is the martial arts thing like dumb? Do you not want to have me do those things? I'm going to do it anyway. So, but let me know if you don't want me to do it. That's all I really want to do is kung fu stuff. We're going to do some kung fu podcasts too. So maybe you'll like that. I don't know.
Thank you guys for being like an actual like kind of fan base. it's kind of crazy just to see, like, again, it's been this many years and still going in there and reading comments and being like, oh yeah, man, I've watched this video this many times, or I listened to this podcast because it's so long and it gets me through my work day and, you know, things like that. It's been really cool. So thank you guys. It's good to be back. And I feel like I'm a lot more, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. A lot has changed. I'm an older man. That's an older man. And the internet is just as a weird place as it's ever been, if not more. So
Still a 5-star man.
Yeah.
Doesn't change the 5-star man who he is. I'm a 5-star man! I'm a 5-star man!
I'd like to think so.
Anyways, signing off, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
So,
Look out for something maybe soon. Maybe.
what's the first thing we're going to do next? Don't even know.
I got some ideas.
Okay.
I got some ideas. I still want to talk about those aliens toys just because I have a funny joke I want to make. That's it.
All right. Bye, everybody.
All right.